Hello everyone, this is Martin here and welcome to another edition of Trading Currencies Learn Forex and your weekly update for the coming week, June the 22nd to the 26th. So before I start, I want to wish all the fathers out there a very happy Father's Day, and if you're also spending time with your own fathers, well, hopefully you'll have a great day tomorrow. It's going to be a bit soggy, but enjoy the day while you can. And let's get started right away. Okay, right off the bat, we've got the Euro USD daily pair that we're looking at. And basically, we are in an uptrend. However, we're near the resistance, so you can see that right here. I've also drawn in a triangle, and you can see price is kind of consolidating sideways. It's going up a wee bit higher, coming down. It's probably going to go sideways, as I believe most of the major pairs this week will. They'll either go sideways or consolidate, and we could be looking for either continuations on the on the overall trends for some of these pairs. Or something else, but we're going to take a look at each pair individually. First with the Euro USD, the uptrend continuation I've gotten written here with check marks. We're still not too sure how far it's going to go up or if it's going to come back down. Again, there's a lot of wicks. You can see a tall, like a long upper wick here, or a shadow above this small bullish candle. Here we have a doji right after that. So again, you can see sideways. And basically, last week I said wait for wait for a break above a price to break above the 113.30 area. It actually did with this candle right there. And if you would have gotten in here, you would have made some pips, but again, prices come right back down again. So we are in a again triangle consolidation, and I'm gonna basically say wait to see what happens next, or wait for a breakout above the, I would say above the 114.30 area. You can wait for a break above there. Okay, so MACD is above 0, and let's go to our next pair, the British Pound USD. Now, this pair is an interesting one because it's the strongest currency. The British pound is the strongest currency of all the major currencies out there. You can see that with the trend, just keeps going up and up and up. Actually broke through previous resistance with this gray rectangle, and I believe price is going to come back down to retest the support area. So if price comes back down to about the 157.70, I would look to take a buy trade, or just wait for a like I said, wait for a retracement, and then bullish activity to the or bullish evidence to the upside, and then take a trade, or wait for a break of the 159.30 area, which you can see right here. If price breaks above that, then most likely price is going to go all the way up to the 161.30 right away. I'm not too sure, but depends on the strength of the British currency. So this is what I would suggest. We are in an uptrend. You can see right here, buy on dips, so as price comes back down, or buy on a breakout above the 159.30. Again, here you can see the MACD is above 0, and the British pound is a very strong currency right now, one of the strongest out there. There's no reason for the trend not to stop or not to end. Again, the trend generally continues until there's huge evidence to the contrary that price will reverse. And in this case, price is going to keep going up, or should go up after a retrace. Okay, next pair is the Australian USD. Okay, with this currency pair, the Australian USD daily, we basically were in a overall major downtrend. However, prices come back all the way up to retrace previous resistance, as you can see here in this gray rectangle I put in. And last week I mentioned with these few candles right here, this one, that one, that there were very long wicks below the bodies of the candle, indicating buyer strength. And I was worried, even though we were in a downtrend and I was waiting for price to come back up to retest resistance. I basically said that I was worried about price coming back down, and indeed, buyers did push price all the way back up here with this large white bullish candle. You can see that right there. Price has come down a wee bit, suggesting that price is going to go sideways. As long as price holds below this area right here, price is probably going to just keep going sideways, maybe down a wee bit more here. You can see I've drawn a trend line. Price may come back down to here. But in this case, I'm basically suggesting that you can either wait for price to break above the 78.50, which is this right here, for price to continue to the upside. Otherwise, just wait for price to come back all the way down here and then see what happens. I probably would not trade this pair right now. It's kind of just a wait and see situation. The MACD is below zero as well. Okay, so on to the next pair, and we've got the New Zealand US. Okay, with this pair, New Zealand USD, we can see we're kind of in a classic downtrend. The downtrend is very methodical. There are no real big impulsive moves or swings to the upside or to the downside. It's kind of going down nicely at a 45-degree angle, which is great. This which basically says that price is going to keep going down further. However, last week I said that price, and we were right here with this candle last week, I said price would most likely go down further, and you can look for a break of this, the low of this candle right there. It actually did that and went down lower. So you would have made some pretty good pips there. Right now I believe price is going to go higher. It's going to retrace back up. And you want to look at this area right here. If price could come all the way back up to here to the 7010 area or 7,000 area, which is right here, and then go back down. So for this week, I'm kind of saying wait for price to go back higher and then take a sell trade to the downside, either looking for bearish evidence to the downside or just taking a sell limit order around here. And let me just take that off the chart there. Or you can look for a break here, break below the 68.70 mark, which is right down here. You can look for a break below there, and price should continue eventually down to the 68.01 area. That's my next target level, 6,800. Could come down even lower, but that would be the next target area to the downside. Okay. MACD is below the zero here. So again, with this pair, important, don't just take a sell trade just yet. Wait, especially with Sunday coming up. Sundays, there could be a gap either to the down or to the upside, but sell at a rally. So in other words, wait for price to go back up, or sell on a breakout of, I would say, the 68.70 level. Okay, and the next pair is the USD Swiss. Okay, this pair was a great pair to trade last week. Last week we were right about here, and I said for you to wait for a breakout of the 92.50 level. It actually broke down to the downside below the 92.50 with this candle right there. And if you would have gotten in at the next candle right here, you would have made some pretty good pips. Let's take a look. Approximately, well, 50, 55, 60 pips. This pair is not a terrific huge mover. I mean, but it did trade sideways for a long while here. We were in a sideways consolidation. Finally did break below the this gray rectangle, which is support, and I believe it's going to go down further. However, the idea is wait for price to go back higher. To retrace at least to the 92.50 or 9200 area, at least to the 9200. Wait for price to go back up, and then look to take a sell trade to the downside, or just wait for a break of the 9150. So you could do that as well. Wait for a break. Wait for price to break the 9150, and price should continue coming back down lower to retrace this support right here. Of course, if this support is broken, price could go down much lower, but this is the next level, the next target area right here. MACD is below the 0, so it looks like price is heading down. Okay, and the next pair is the US CAD. Okay, we can take a look at this pair, and we can see that last week I mentioned that sellers were showing strength with these high or these long wicks above the bodies here. Price was trying to go higher. Sellers were coming in, bringing price back down, and price did never close above this line right here, which is really the 21 EMA. And right after that, so price did actually come right back down. So you can see sellers were in control. Sellers have been in control since here. Prices made a high here. It's come back all the way down. There's a normal pullback or retracement up to this minor resistance area. Sellers come in again, showing strength, bringing price right back down. Actually, price went all the way down here with this huge wick. So again, possible downside in the near future. Price was brought up a little bit higher, but again, you see this tall or long wick above the bullish candle shows that sellers are still in control, and this is what we have to watch out. So I believe price may go up a little higher, but then sellers are going to come back in, bring price right back down, and it's going to retest at least this support area, possibly down to here. So my suggestion is, I believe we're in a downtrend. Sell the rally, so as price goes a little higher, which is here, price could go up a little bit higher again. And let me just take that off there and reduce the size of that. So price could go up a bit and then come right back down again to retest the support. The other thing you can do is just wait for a breakout of the 121.80 area. So if price breaks just below that or closes below that, then I believe price is going to at some point go all the way back down to test the previous support zones down here, and possibly the previous swing low right here. So again, what we want to do is kind of wait for price to go a little higher, and then take a sell trade and look for price to come back down lower. And if it breaks the 121.80, price will even go down further again. Okay, so that is what we're looking at for that pair. And finally, we've got the US Japanese. Okay, this is an interesting pair. It did break out. You can see right over here. Price broke out above the resistance. It was a major resistance area here. It went up really, really high, really quickly. This is a huge impulsive or explosive move, unusually fast to the upside. It even made a higher high than the June 2007 high. But just as quickly as it went up, it has plummeted down to earth with the next 2 or 3 candles. Right now we're in a sideways consolidation. Last week I said watch for price to either break the 124.80 to the upside, which is right here, or wait for price to break below the 122.50 to the downside, and to get a further direction as to which way this currency pair is going to go. It actually did neither, and I believe that price again, what we want to do is wait for price to break below the 122.50 to the downside, or wait for price to go higher. I believe price is going to go down a little bit lower, but again, wait and see. And I believe I'm going to do something here. I have not shown this to you before, but this is a Fibonacci. Join the bottom to the top over here. Price may come back all the way down to the 61.8% level, which is the 121.50. I've got that over here. So if this area fails, the 122.50 fails, and price breaks below that, price most likely is going to come back down all the way to the 122.50. So that's what I see here. Again, wait and see. Wait for price to break out. So right now it's going sideways. Wait for a breakout. The MACD is still above 0. Okay, and that's what I see for this week, everyone. Take care. Have a great trading week. And again, happy Father's Day to everyone. Bye for now.